Final Destination, Bloodlines, released on May 16, 2025, breathed new life into the iconic horror franchise by taking a generational approach to death's intricate design. It dove deep into the unsettling notion that some lives were simply never meant to exist, weaving a compelling narrative of family, fate, and gruesome inevitability. Final Destination, Bloodlines 2025. The ancestral debt. We are introduced to a young, pregnant Iris Campbell Breck-Bassinger and her boyfriend, Paul. As they ascend in an ominously rickety elevator, Iris is plagued by a terrifying premonition. The entire tower will collapse due to a series of escalating mechanical failures and structural weaknesses, killing everyone inside. Unlike previous protagonists, Iris doesn't cause a scene to get people off the main floor. Instead, she subtly yet effectively Iris reveals the shocking truth. Her premonition saved hundreds of lives, but in doing so, she disrupted death's grand design. For 56 years, death has systematically been claiming the lives of the survivors of the Skyview incident and, more terrifyingly, their descendants, the bloodlines that were never meant to exist. Iris has meticulously documented death's actions in a chilling notebook, detailing the order and manner of each death. Stephanie, reading through Iris's chilling notebook, learns that death is coming for Iris's descendants in age order, starting with her Uncle Howard's Alex Zahara branch of the family, before moving on to Darlene's. As she reads a chain reaction of mundane events, a stray glass shard, a wobbly table, she gets stuck in a garbage can while trying to retrieve something, and a malfunctioning garbage truck's compactor crushes her to death. The family is confused. Eric was supposed to be next. It is then revealed by Brenda April Telek, Eric and Julia's mother, that Eric was the product of an affair and not part of Iris's bloodline, thus explaining why death skipped him. This adds a cruel twist, highlighting how death targets specific bloodlines. Charlie's prom date's father, a doctor, reveals to them that Stephanie was not clinically dead during the RV crash. She was only unconscious, meaning they did not cheat death. The relief turns to renewed terror. Suddenly, a new chain reaction unfolds. A timber-carrying train derails, its massive logs smashing into their neighborhood. In a devastating, final sequence, Stephanie is crushed by the logs, followed almost immediately by Charlie. The film ends with the complete eradication of Iris Campbell's bloodline, a chilling testament to death's relentless pursuit and its long memory. A running lawnmower culminates in Howard stepping on the glass, stumbling and falling directly into the path of the lawnmower, which gruesomely dismembers him. It's a bleak reminder that once death has you in its sights, there's no escape, only a countdown. JB is revealed to be William Bloodworth Tony Todd. In a poignant final appearance, the enigmatic mortician from previous Final Destination films. Bloodworth, present at the Skyview as a child with his mother, who was the last to die in Iris's premonition, explains that after his mother's death, Iris tracked him down. For decades, they secretly collaborated, trying to understand death's rules. Bloodworth reveals the two known ways to cheat death: by being clinically dead and then resuscitated, citing Kimberly Corman as an example, or by taking another life, transferring the debt. Bloodworth, now terminally ill with his own cancer, implying death is finally coming for him now that Iris's bloodline is dying out, wishes them luck and departs, ready to face his own fate. His scene is a powerful, somber farewell to the franchise's enduring figure. She reveals that Stephanie's nightmares began manifesting precisely when Iris herself developed terminal cancer, implying death transferred its kill list to the next in line. Concoct a plan. Eric will intentionally give Bobby a snack containing nuts, then immediately revive him with an EpiPen, hoping to flatline him and cheat death. This desperate, ill-conceived plan backfires catastrophically. They are in a hospital. A malfunctioning MRI machine rips out Eric's numerous piercings, pulling him into the machine and brutally crushing him. Simultaneously, a vending machine coil springs loose and fatally impales Bobby's head. Creates a diversion, perhaps by spilling something or causing a minor panic that momentarily clears the glass dance floor just before it shatters, preventing the initial catastrophic chain reaction. Along the way, their RV crashes. A chain reaction is triggered, leading to the cabin erupting into a massive fire. Stephanie's seatbelt jams, trapping her as the RV fills with water. Darlene, sacrificing herself, manages to free Charlie, begging him to save Stephanie. Darlene is gruesomely impaled by a falling lamppost, splitting her in two. Charlie, heartbroken, frantically performs CPR on Stephanie, seemingly reviving her. But Iris, weakened by her illness and desperate to prove her claims, follows Stephanie outside her cabin. In a gruesome display, a series of seemingly random events culminate in a weather vane detaching and fatally impaling Iris, proving her words in the most horrifying way possible. Her quick thinking, born from the premonition, averts the immediate disaster. The tower is later safely demolished without collapsing, but Death's design has been cheated. The film opens in 1969, at the grand opening of the Skyview, a futuristic, high-rise restaurant tower. The next in line, according to the book, is Eric Richard Hamann, Stephanie's cocky, tattooed cousin. Later that night, Eric's tattoo shop catches fire due to a faulty heater. He barely escapes, thanks to his leather clothing protecting him from severe burns. He brags about surviving death, but his arrogance is short-lived. These nightmares are so visceral that they're impacting her grades and mental well-being. Stephanie's relationship with her mother, Darlene, is strained. Darlene abandoned the family years ago, unable to cope with the trauma of Iris's overprotective and seemingly paranoid upbringing. She instinctively knows these aren't just dreams. They are her grandmother Iris's premonition, somehow passed down to her. 56 years later, in the present day, Stephanie Ray's Caitlin Santawana, a college student, is haunted by vivid, recurring nightmares of that 1969 Skyview collapse. Seeking answers, Stephanie returns home, where she's met by her pragmatic father, Marty, and her younger, high school senior brother, Charlie Teo Briones. Stephanie confronts her estranged grandmother, Iris Gabrielle Rose, who lives as a reclusive, almost hermit-like figure in a remote, fortified cabin. Stephanie, initially skeptical, tries to leave, believing Iris is insane. At Iris's funeral, Darlene unexpectedly returns. Stephanie, resentful of her mother's long absence, struggles to reconnect, adding a layer of family drama to the mounting terror. The family gathers for a BBQ after the funeral. The family is in shock. Stephanie tries to warn them, but her frantic explanations about Death's list are met with disbelief and fear. The very next day, his sister, Julia Annalore, dies in a horrific manner. Darlene, now finally convinced, suggests visiting JB at a hospital. Desperate, Eric and his cousin Bobby Owen Patrick Joyner, who has severe nut allergies, Stephanie, Charlie, and Darlene decide their only chance is to travel to Iris's remote cabin, believing it's the only place Death won't find them, a futile attempt to hide. 1 week later, Charlie and Stephanie are back in their neighborhood, trying to recover. Final Destination, Bloodlines delivers on its premise, showcasing incredibly inventive and brutal death sequences while adding a compelling generational layer to the franchise's lore.